everyone, how are you doing on this fine day? I hope you're all looking after yourselves. If you're new here, hi, my name is Noah and I am
The Bookworm.
And here we talk about anything to do with books and game books. But today, we're talking about Dead Inside. So, Dead Inside is by Chandler Morrison. This was published in 2015, and on the Kindle, which is where I read it, is about 200 pages. Now, just a quick bit, just going to go through the warnings very quickly for you, which I have written down in my little pad. So, just a heads up, if you're planning to read this, these are the warnings that you need to know. It does say this in the book and also on Goodreads, but I've written them down so we can just put them out there. Our warnings: necrophilia, cannibalism. Really have an urge to say. I'm gonna say it. Bugger it. Obviously, cannibals exist, but when they have to wean cannibals off human meat, what they use is spam, because it is the closest thing to human texture and taste as they can possibly get. So there you go. There you go, a little bit of facts. So yeah, warnings: necrophilia, cannibalism, stillborn / unalived babies, abortions, self-harm, molestation, insinuating violence against pregnant women in general, and self-mutilation is the best thing I can probably say. They are your warnings for this book. The main thing is this book is an extreme horror / splatterpunk romance in a way. Now, first things I want to say is this was a buddy read between myself, Then, and Bad. Links to their channels are down below. I also want to say thank you to them both for reading with me, and also for Bad for the recommendation, because I enjoyed this book. We're both clearly messed up people. The story, I'm just going to dim it down as much as possible. So the story of Dead Alive is about two people who happen to have a chance meeting, and they both kind of realize they're both messed up. And it's all about how they grow together. I guess you could say grow together, and how they think compared to normal people. And it's bizarre. It's really, really bizarre. It's not bad. I enjoyed it. There's some bits I was like, oh, that's a bit much, but I really enjoyed it. That's the story. We get two people in this. We've got a hospital security guard and a maternity doctor who both meet, and it goes on from there. So the plot itself, it's very straightforward. It starts very fast, and with something like this, with only 200 pages, with it being extreme horror and splatterpunk, that makes sense. Now, you really only have around two characters. Obviously, you got the maternity doctor, I think her name is Helen, and the security guard, whose name I cannot remember. I don't even think they actually say the name, I don't remember the name. I may have blocked it out, to be honest. Not like that's a bad thing. Pretty straightforward, has a really good flow to it, fast pace, as fast as you possibly get, with still having a story in there about them being at work and how they experience things together. The characters, so we have the hospital security guard. He himself is, I guess he's logical, very down to earth, but he's very disassociated with a lot of things around him. He's very depressed. He doesn't care about anything, and he's only really into having
The sex?
with dead women. Though, to be honest, he does mention that he doesn't just do it with women, he does it with males as well, depending, but mainly women. He likes to feel of their cold skin on his flesh. Take that as you will. Now, the maternity doctor, that one was the rough bit, because she's into cannibalism, but very specifically, not just normal people cannibalism. Sounds weird, but cannibalism of the unborn child. And this works well with the character being a maternity doctor, because obviously there's times when, unfortunately, just little beings don't make it, and it's very detailed. With this story, it was a mental weird read, because I read it really fast and I enjoyed it, but there's certain bits I was like, wow, that's really twisted and messed up. The thing is with the writing is that it leaves, while it is detailed and it is splatterpunk, so it is detailed to a certain extent compared to the other ones that I've read. It leaves a lot to the imagination, so it gives you these pieces of information in a certain type of description where it leaves enough for your imagination to just go mental with it. And it's so well written. I would read this again, bizarrely enough. I know that I want to read more of Chandler's work. Chandler.
The Chandler.
I really did enjoy this read. It was fast and I couldn't fault it, bizarrely enough. I'm new to extreme horror. I've only read about 4 or 5 books. This is like my 5th book, I believe so. But I really did enjoy it. Definitely will read this again at some point. Definitely not a lot of people's cup of tea, and I can understand why after certain things that happen. But I still enjoyed it. There were certain bits that were funny. It was disgusting, and it was just genuinely a really good read. I actually rated this pretty high. I actually rated this 5 stars because of the way that it described a lot of things, where it just left quite enough for you to your imagination just go wild, and how it, it's like it gives you a piece of information and your mind goes on like this whole freaking like journey with it, and I actually really enjoyed that with it. First of all, I want to say thank you again to Ben and Bad for doing the buddy read with me on this. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed it. And also Bad for the recommendation. And I can't wait to see what else you can recommend, because we seem to have the same sort of tastes with books. So I'm excited about that. Thank you very much for watching this. It's very short, very straight to the point. But we got some stuff going on. It's all good. And I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Comment if there's any recommendations you have for any extreme horror. I would greatly appreciate. But yeah, I'm gone. Goodbye.